Hey guys, what's going on? It's StormRider36 here, and today we're doing the Shadow Bow. Now you can see right there, I already did it because, again, I forgot to start recording. But there's going to be a symbol up there, and you shoot it, and then the arrow pieces fall, and then you start the quest for it. So that's all that was. Now the next part after this is actually a little bit difficult, because by the time you get the bows, your melee attack is going to be pretty garbage. And you have to melee kill a zombie in a specific location. So that's going to be fun, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna show you where it is, and I guess I'll keep this part in so you can see, you know, how to get there. Maybe you don't know where this room is. Maybe you've walked through this room, but it looks different, or for some reason, you know, you never know. People see things differently from time to time. It's a perfectly natural thing. The eyes don't always see the same thing, twice in a row, whatever. So you go over here to this room, and you open this up, and you can see that the little square in the middle is got purple shit coming out of it. You have to melee a zombie on that spot exactly. Can't be anywhere else in that room. It has to be on that spot. So it's pretty difficult to do. I'm lucky it's round 7. If you do this any later, it's very difficult. Like, you're gonna see. I think it takes me 2, and it has to be with the bow too. I can't forget to mention that. You can see I hit him there. I think it only takes me twice to do it. I think, because I shot him enough with the Elcar. Yeah, then he blows up, it opens up, you hold X on that, and an urn will rise out of the ground. You're gonna hear, this guy's gonna be talking to you, he's the darkness within that. And he pretty much wants you to remember his name, and now we're gonna go directly to the next step, which is collecting 6 Nova Crawler heads. As you can see, there's one right next to the room, you hold X on all of them, and you pick them up. They're pretty easy and easy places to find. So it's kind of interesting. So the next one is, I'm going to keep this part in because it shows exactly where to go. The next one is up, yep, up here on the windowsill right there. It's right there. It's pretty good. So then you get that spot. And now the next one I think is the one that's going to be a little bit further away, but I'm going to keep this major part in because it's, you know, it shows you the pathway you can take to get to all of them pretty easily, I think. So, and then you go down here to the teleport room, and there's going to be one in the sink on this right-hand side over here. And there it is, right there in the sink. You hold X on it, it disappears. And then you just go straight into the teleporter, take it. It'll bring you to the rocket pad, of course. Now, this one kind of is in a weird spot. Like, you wouldn't think it would be there. So, you can see all this. And my friend's going for the storm bow. That's why I looked at the fire to see if he had done it yet. There's the next one, right there. There's 6 of these. So there's 4, I'm pretty sure. That's the 4th one. So then you go right over here to the Wonder Sphere and you launch yourself back. And then I believe I go for the one in, is it? Oh no, it's the one on the ledge. All right, here we go. So there's one right here on the ledge by double tap. I was making sure the zombie wasn't coming after me. See it? It's right there. Literally sitting right there, right next to double tap. You can hear the song and everything. So then you pick that up, and then now there's one more. And this one is in a creepy spot, so I left it for last. I'm gonna suspend this until it pops up. It's very, very morbid where this location is for this skull. So you go into Samantha's room, a child's room. Look in her toy box. There's a skull in her toy box of a flesh-eating thing. It's fucking great, isn't it? Alright, so here we go to the next part. You gotta go back to this room, and now the crawler heads are all there. As you can see, souls have to be sacrificed. Now they have to be crawlers. It's obviously gonna look like this when you get there. Sometimes some of the heads don't spawn in. It's just a glitch. Don't really worry about it. If you don't have all the heads, you really pay attention to the upper left. You'll see that you've gotten a step through. So it has to be crawlers, 6 crawlers, and you can't kill them while they're being quote-unquote sacrificed. You'll see what I mean. It's pretty obvious when they're being sacrificed. So I'm rounding them up. Again, do this on an early round. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very difficult. Or you're going to have to save exactly 6 zombies, which is, again, pretty difficult. Like right here, I am kind of just saving the zombie for my friend because he's doing his part in the boat. If you're with friends, make sure to, you know, help them. Don't just be interested in your bow. Like right here, my friend, he wants the bow. He wants the storm bow, so he's doing specific stuff so he can do it early on. So I'm helping him. Of course, why wouldn't I help him? It's the right thing to do. Duh. I mean, it's obviously what I should do. Alright, here we go. So now here's, at the end of the round, he's done with all this stuff. The crawler head will begin to eat the crawler. And when it does, it will explode, disappear, and a soul orb will fly into the urn. And then that head is done. Now you have to do that 5 more times. So that's pretty fun. And I do it pretty quickly after this round starts because, you know, it's round 8. The zombies aren't full-on runners yet, and I just use a grenade. It's the easiest way. Use grenades. It'll do multiple at a time. You can see it's doing 2 at a time. So you just group them up, and it's pretty easy to just get them all into crawler form. I think this bow is the most unique. It's not the best. Definitely not the best, but it's definitely, like, the process is definitely one of the most involved, and I like it a lot. Because after you get all the crawler heads in, you're going to have to listen very carefully to the words that are said. And I'm going to stop talking when it happens. Because there's 3 words that are said, and they have to be said in that exact, or you have to do something in that exact order, otherwise you die. So, I'm going to shut up right now and let the crawler finish, and then the words will be said. So, as you can see, it said stag, door, crown. You have to remember those words because if you remember, there's those knight statues that are inside of the castle. Those are what you have to go to, and you have to press X on them and see what symbols correspond to that, because now we get into the RNG. And the whole reason why this part's in, so I can explain it without having to rush through it, you know, with the footage. So, it's all about, the symbols will drop. There's purple symbols. It's just like a max ammo or a nuke kind of drop, but they're purple, and you'll know. And you have to pick them up because they will disappear. So you have to pick them up. Alright, so if you can look at the difference in rounds, you'll realize how hard this is. That's the drop right there. That little purple thing, you have to run over, pick it up. It disappears very, very quickly. You may die. You may go down if you're trying to pick them up. In the situation I'm in. So at least I got out of it, you know. But you'll see another one drop here in a second, and I think it's this one of these two. Yep, there he is, right there. That's another one. They're all different. They all drop randomly. It sucks. Some of them didn't drop for like 3 rounds or something, and then after that they started dropping more frequently, but that's really what happens. They drop infrequently, and you kind of just are hanging out until they do, and as you can see, they light up. As you can see, they light up as you get them. I want you guys to hear the guy talking, because the Shadow Bow is the only one that really has them talking. You know what I mean? It only has an overlord talking. I'm doing air quotes, you can't see it. I always do that. And there's the last one right there, as you saw. That was the last one I needed. And I almost fucking died for it again. Because it's been so long. It's around fucking 19. I want this to be over with. But I'm going to skip over to where I'm at the point where I'm looking at the knights, getting the exact symbols, and then I'll show you what you have to do from there. Alright, here we go. So now we're in the hall with all the knights. So remember, stag, door, crown was my thing. You hold X, and it tells you the symbol that corresponds to that specific one. So as you can see, that one, and you don't have to remember the names of them, but it was Ula. Then there's the door. It's that symbol. You have to do this in order. You have to remember the order of the words. So remember, it was stag, door, and then I should flip around eventually. There we go, because crown's right behind it. There we go. Those are the 3 symbols I need. Now you go back from the night room, and then you go back to the ritual room or the urn room, whatever you want to call it, the circle room with the antlers in it, whatever. You want to go back in there. Where am I going? Oh yeah, my friend's running through the room with the zombie, and I don't want to kill the zombie because you have to shoot it with your bow. You have to shoot the symbols on the floor with your bow, and I don't want to kill the zombie, so you know that, because then the round would start and I would suck dick. But here we go. So we go in here. And the symbols in order. You have to do this in the correct order, otherwise it will kill you. Because this dude gets pissed, because he's like, that's not my name. So, it's that one. Then that. And then that one. So there you go. He says, that's my name. He gets all happy because you know who he is. And then, you know, he takes your arrow pieces. You have to walk up and hold X on the Fountain of Darkness. He takes your arrow pieces into Hades and then spits you back out a bow. For some reason, you couldn't put them together, but you can just put them in and take them back out. And then you guys know the rest. You go and put it in the specific box for that specific bow. And I guess thank you all so much for watching. I'll leave a little bit of what the bow looks like. This bow is the most aesthetically pleasing, but at the same time, it's not as good as like the wolf bow or the storm bow, of course. But I'll leave a little bit at the end of what the bow does. It's pretty cool. So thank you all so much for watching. This has been StormRider36. I love doing zombies gameplay. I will definitely do more of it. And also Subnautica, if you haven't watched that yet, check out my Subnautica playthrough. It's pretty fun. I like it a lot. The episodes are a little bit long. I will warn you ahead of time. But anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you all so much for watching again. I hope you all enjoyed. And this has been StormRider36, and I will see you all in the next one.
Nightmares. My nightmares. You should have run other way. At least they do not feed on human flesh. At least not yet. They do not dance.